Kidmissing TV. This is Missing May, and I have two updates for you here in the month of May. First update, I'll give you the smaller update first. Mary Agnes Maroney's brother, please forgive that, I don't know what it is. Oh. My landlord telling me I have water. Did not have water today. As you know, we had exclusive first rights at telling the world that Mary Agnes had been located by DNA. Well, her brother's son, her nephew, who is on YouTube under the screen name Fat Boy's Castle of Madness, commented on the video. And he said, "I'm not sure why you said her last sibling died a year before. I actually met her sister. I'm sorry if there was any confusion, if I wasn't clear. So I wanted to let him know that. And I sure wish that, excuse me, Mary Agnes's family could have met her. If you could, please let me know if you've at least met her family. That would be a wonderful thing. And thank you. I don't want to call you Fat Boy. I wish I had your name. This next one, I'll put the link. Hold on, guys. I've got to stop that. Otherwise, it's going to beat through the video. Sorry. There. Like I said, my landlord telling me I have water. We had a water main breaking down. So anyway, Miss X has been identified. This is a case that we covered, and I will put the link to the case. Actually, I'll put the case in the cards. I am making this video on Wednesday. This video will go up on Saturday. And our last one for Adult April has just gone up. As we are speaking, it finished. So after you check this video out, go check that one out if you haven't already. That one was the case of Rachel Cook, which is very close to my heart. Anyway, back to Miss X. On March 18, 1967, the remains of this young woman were found. She had died of sepsis. Now, from what I read, they at first thought it was from an abortion, and then they changed their mind. Now what I'm hearing is it was from an abortion. So my question is, which is it? Make up your minds. So yeah. That's confusing to me. She, it turns out, was a 21-year-old young lady. They thought she was in her teens, her late teens, so that's pretty close. And the DNA did reveal she had Greek, Italian, or Jewish ancestry. She was identified a few months ago, and it took a little bit for them to officially announce her name. Her name was Petrona Patmos. Petrona Patmos. She went by Patra. She was Greek, in case you can't tell by the name. Yeah, right here it says the abortion theory has been disproven after the case was re-examined. Yet, that is what. Oh, what's her name? I can't remember the. Oh, excuse me. Crime Hound said that that's what it was from. It wasn't. Petrona was born in 1946 and died in 1967. She was found in Bear, Delaware. She was ruled to have been victim of a homicide due to her body being dumped. There was no trauma on her body, but she wasn't given adequate care, and she was just dumped. At first, they found distant relatives on her mother's side in Virginia and North Carolina. However, none of the relatives that were contacted had any idea who she was. She was buried in a potter's field in Delaware. Again, they repeat the same thing. In the original investigation, authorities believed she had died as a result of an illegal abortion due to a soap-like substance found in her, vaginal cavity. It was later discovered that she died of untreated septicemia. She was covered with a laundry bag, which came from New Jersey, by the way. So her death certificate lists the manner of death as homicide. She was dumped nude. She had a vaccination scar on the front of her left thigh. Her teeth were in good condition, and she'd most likely seen a dentist 6 to 12 months before her death. Quickly, the vaccination scar on the thigh. I know some of you who are younger are saying, what? Well, in some places, some doctors would do the smallpox vaccination on females on their thigh, so they wouldn't have a scar out in the open on their arm. And I learned this from a friend of mine who's actually about the same age as Patra. Well, my friend's mom. Because she was surprised that my mother had hers on her arm. But my mother's about 10 years younger than her. So, well, 8 years, something like that. And also was in a different state. So it depends on the state you're in, I guess, and the doctor. But some doctors give little girls the, like I said, smallpox vaccination, which leaves a permanent scar on the thigh so that the scar wasn't noticeable. You'd wear pants, it wouldn't be noticeable because they were girls. For boys, a little scar on the arm is no big deal. So that's why it was on her leg. That's not unusual. It's not weird. I just wanted to make that clear because I think a lot of people would hear that and go, huh, what? You know, but yeah, it's not unusual. So, because I certainly, had I not talked to someone in that same age group who had it on her thigh, I would have thought, huh, wonder why they did that. But yeah. And she probably had it done in Greece. I don't know how old she was when she came here. Does it say? Oh, she was, I should mention this. She was actually identified. Her half brother lives in Greece, and he had been searching for her and put his DNA in. And that's how she was finally identified. That was late last year, but they had to do a little more investigating because half siblings only share 25% of their DNA instead of 50 to 55, like full siblings. So I had to be sure. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. That I will see you next time for the very first episode of Missing May. And I hope you'll subscribe and join me then. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.